how surfing changed my life. I'm 46 years old. I'm AKA the unstoppable surfer of the unstoppable family. I didn't start surfing until I was 20 years old. And I grew up 1,400 kilometers away from the ocean, just outside of Chicago. But I'm going to take you back to where I remember what gave me the bug, and I made a decision that surfing will be my life forever. I went to Australia. It was Perth, Australia, and I remember walking out on the beach at 20 years old, and I walked out. I saw a guy catch a head-high barrel, and I saw a chick in a bikini, and I went, holy cow, sold. This is going to be my life. And I didn't know what it was, you know, growing up from the Midwest in the USA to actually being a beach bum. After I lived there for a year and learned how to surf, I went to Bali, Indonesia, and that was when I was hooked. I'm here in Uluwatu right now, so my backyard is the Bukit Peninsula, which has the surf breaks, the world-class surf breaks of Uluwatu, Padang Padang, Bingin, it's got Impossibles, Balangan. These spots, I tell you, I feel so grateful and so blessed to have it part of my, it's like part of my DNA. I actually met my wife surfing in San Diego back in 1998, so roughly 23 years ago. And I remember her walking by the boardwalk, and I was like, oh my God, this could be my wife. Met her in the water. We started surfing for about 10 years and traveled all around the world surfing. So it was part of our relationship, and it was part of the culture of kind of just the lifestyle that we lived. We lived in San Diego, and then in 2007, 2008, we invested heavily in real estate. We lost everything in the '08 financial crisis. We had a one-year-old daughter named Hanalei, and she was named after Hanalei Bay, where we got married. But it was at that moment, you know, right now we're in this pandemic, 10 months into the coronavirus of lockdowns, quarantines, and just the world going absolutely crazy. And I want you to really think about this because this is so important. We're never guaranteed another day in our life. And I was hit at that moment to where my father, he died of AIDS when I was young, and I saw people die, and I just realized that you're never guaranteed another day in your life. And when we lost everything, money is just money. Money can come back, it's energy. But surfing, it's a lifestyle, and I just remember I looked at my wife, and when we're like, well, what do we do? Everybody was telling us, don't worry, go back at your job. I was a robotics engineer. My wife worked for a big pharmaceutical company. And we just looked at each other with this newborn baby. And my wife, she made a vow to my daughter and said, I'm never going to put my children in daycare. And we looked at each other and said, let's go take a trip around the world. And our destination spots are surfing all around the world. We've been to Hawaii, we've lived in Fiji, we've lived in Australia, we've lived in New Zealand, we've South Africa, we've been through Europe, Spain, Canary Islands, so like all throughout South America, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Peru, Brazil. I'm not going to name them all, but the thing is, it's like it's a bucket list that you go do it now, because right now you're never guaranteed another day. And surfing, it just changed my DNA. And that's one of the things, it's one of my highest values with my family, is that you don't have to tell me to get up and check the surf, or you don't have to tell me to go out and surf, because that's just what I do. And just like anything for your exercise, in exercise, you never get out of surfing. Even if it's a bad surf session, you never come out and say, oh my God, that was bad. It's always been the most, it's like you breathe, you feel. Sometimes I just go out, catch one wave, and come back in, because it's like that baptism that you have. And so for myself, living out here on the Bukit Peninsula with the world-class surf breaks, I feel so privileged. And to be able to just go out my backyard and be able to do that. And so for me, to you, if you haven't given it a go, you should just at least give it a shot, because not only is it helped me be one with the earth, being out of Mother Nature, but it's also my friends and family. We all surf and hang out, and you know what? So that's how surfing has changed my life. Cheers from Uluwatu, Bali, Indonesia. Be unstoppable. What was going on?